So I got so damn sick of losing ranked games at the draft phase that I decided to build a picker tool. When you see the enemy draft 3 fat strength heroes and you know you just don't have the damage or the percentage based spells to deal with them, or when you see the enemy's already drafted a bristle and your guys have no break, no silver edge, no one's thinking about anything like that, or when your offlane goes Weaver and you have no one that's going to sit in front of your safe lane Drow, you need to draft a mid that's going to sit in front of that Drow that's going to take advantage of Weaver's minus armor and break the bristle, and you've got 9 seconds to find that mid hero and you can't. I think there's a class of losses in Dota called draft losses. When you're trying to climb MMR, they say 30% of the games you play will be impossible, 30% of the games you play are free wins no matter what you do, and 40% of the games are where your skill determines the outcome. This tool is designed to look at that 30% of impossible games and make that smaller by basically preventing draft losses. So I sat down to design this tool. What did I need the tool to do? I needed it to be a live picking tool, so it needed to decide the right hero within that 15 or 20 seconds that you have. It needed to be able to figure out what heroes were picked without having me click on it inside of the app as well as clicking on it inside the client, because I've only got 15 seconds. I needed it to figure out what the holes in the draft were based on how I played my heroes. If I play a hero in a really strange way, I want the tool to take that into account. Given how I play my hero, what kind of draft is this hero going to fit into? And if I'm first picking or second picking, or just right at the end of the draft when all 5 heroes are shown, I want to know exactly what my lineup is missing and be able to itemize to counter that. And if I'm playing something weird that I don't play often, I want to have quick access to the best builds with timings and things like that. Basically Dota buff, and I want to be able to click a single button and just go to the Dota buff for the hero that I'm playing. So how is this different from other picking apps? Other picking apps just seem to look at win rates. They seem to say, okay, these are the heroes that have good win rates against that set of heroes, and therefore we're going to pick them. But Dota is a game where the heroes that you pick are greater than the sum of their parts, and just having 5 heroes that are good against the enemy heroes doesn't guarantee that you'll have a good draft. And so what this tool tried to do was figure out what heroes best complement each other's strengths and make up for each other's weaknesses. How it tries to do this is it tries to say that every hero has 3 things. It has what it provides to the team, what it requires from the team, and what the enemy needs to counter it. And so if you're basically trying to figure out what hero to pick next, all you need to do is look individually at what your heroes currently provide. What are the holes, as in what are the things that they're missing, and sort of subtract what they provide from what they're missing, and what you're left over with there is sort of the things that the next hero they pick need to fill in. That's the heart of how the picker works, and because it works this way, using the sort of system of tags that you can modify, you can specify how the heroes function and what it brings to the table. So if you're having difficulty against a particular hero game after game, you can just modify the picker to say that against this particular hero, I need to emphasize these particular counter moves, and it'll automatically draft according to that. And you can even go and say, hey, when I play Puck as a tower pusher. I do this weird thing where I have a meteor hammer and a blink dagger, and I just phase shift in and out and do this kind of annoying thing. And so in my config, I can specify that Puck is a tower pusher, and it'll actually take that into account and recommend Puck when there's an actual space for a tower pusher available, and also all of the other qualities that Puck brings that other tower pushers might not bring. I'm planning to release this tool as a desktop app that you can use alongside Dota 2. Visit me at DotaBlitzPicker.com and sign up for the free beta.